Hey, James back from Barber Creek Long Range Hunting and Shooting School. Today we're going to do a tall target test on the new Trijicon 10 mile. Now this is a 5x30. We're going to go ahead and run it through the gamut and see how well it tracks. So far we're really loving the glass in it. I like the first focal plane. Turrets are nice. The parallax knob is nice. So let's run a tall target test. We're going out to 100 yards. We'll kind of explain it as we go, but let me shoot a 3-shot group and I'll run it up 30 minutes and then we'll shoot another 3-shot group and then we'll talk about how to do it afterwards. So stand by, here we go. Again, this is the same school gun I used in the other video. That's got about 3,200 rounds through it. So groups aren't going to be perfect, but they'll work for the test. We're going to adjust our parallax and make sure we're looking at our level. Level. Again, school gun, so it shoots alright. A lot of rounds through this gun. Level. Okay. We'll dial it. 25 and 5 equals 30. Got to bring up the rest. Same aim point, still got to look at the level. Okay. Level. By the way, I have no idea where it's hitting because I can't see that high up. I'm just shooting a group and we'll look at the group afterwards. Level. Okay. So we got one shot. It looks like it went a little bit higher than the other, but I got two right there. I'm going to shoot another one just to make sure that that one that went a little bit higher wasn't too much powder charge for me. Too much breakfast. Okay, level looks good. That's what I thought. Alright, so I'm going to go down range. I'm going to pull that target back. We are going to measure from our first group to our top group. Now the rangefinder says that this is 109 yards. I'm sorry, 100.9 yards. As soon as Tony gets back, we're going to double check it with the actual measuring device. We'll roll it out there. But I believe it's about right. We're just a little bit past 100 yards, about 100.9. So let me do the math on it. We'll measure. I'll show you when I get back, so stand by. Alright, let me get all this junk out of the way. So we did get it back, and what you'll see is I'm going to measure from basically center of bullet holes and make a center group, and I'm going to do the same thing at the bottom. Put a piece of tape here. I'm going to use it to hold the ruler. And then once I do that, with calibers, we'll calculate it out. Now I'm going to go ahead and do this. We'll cut to the actual measurements afterwards. Well, this one's already pretty much center, so stand by. Got the center of the group there. And so this one here, we got 0.23, so we'll divide that in half. Here. So I knew that high shot was going to be off a little bit. Alright, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this tape, try to hold it in place best I can. And I am at 31. Alright, so I'm pushing against the tape measure here, so that way it gets the correct reading, and I'm at, man, it's in between 31 and 11/16 and 31 3/4, so I guess we'll call it 31 and 11/16, so 31 11/16. Alright, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and do the math. To do the math to see what your scope is tracking or point of impact that we're trying to track, it's really a simple calculation, and it's the yards you shot, 100.9, multiplied by the actual minutes you dialed on your scope, which was 30, and then multiplied by a correction factor, which is, in this case, since it's MOA, is 0.01047, which gives us a expected point of impact of 31.69269. And we already know what the actual was because we measured it, so the actual was 31 and 11/16, which comes out to about 31.69. So you're then going to take the expected of 31.69269 and divide it by 31.69, which comes up to a correction factor of nothing, 1.000008. That's phenomenal for a scope. We've tested a lot of scopes, and most of them we see them in the 0.3%, 0.2%, 0.4%. Brian Litz will state in his video, which is an excellent video, I'm not trying to reinvent the wheel, if you're over a correction factor of 1, then there's an issue. You need to go inside Applied Ballistics and scroll down where it says, where it has your elevation and windage or correction factors. Go ahead and put in the actual correction factor, because your scope is going to have a problem at longer ranges. The further you get out, the further the dials are going to actually be off, or the minutes of angle. But with this of 1.00008, it's negligible. This is excellent. I don't think I've ever seen a scope track this well. Now, saying that, I'm as honest as possible, as you know, every time I do these videos. This could have been just a perfect group. If I shot this again, it could be 0.2 off, 0.3 off, who knows. But what we're going to do is make sure you understand that if you have a scope that has correction issues, go and Applied Ballistics software and you can fix it in the software and still use your scope. Now, what I like to do, what I was about to say, what we're going to do, is I'm going to run the scope for about 3 months. I'm going to let the students run it, dial, and see if we get any backlash in it, first of all. But then second of all, we're going to redo this, and we'll get it on film and let you guys see it. And as long as it stays where it is and we don't have any tracking issues, this is an excellent scope. And I'll tell you right now, so far I'm extremely impressed. Not only is the glass crystal clear, even at 30 magnification, it's excellent. First focal plane, good audible clicks on the turrets, excellent mechanical zero stop. I know it sounds like a sales pitch for Trijicon. They're not a sponsor for me, at least at this point. I may ask them to be for our TV show. But for the shooting school, I don't allow sponsors. But anyway, long story short is, excellent scope, tracking is phenomenal, and very impressed. If you have any questions on how to do this, you can always contact us at www.barbercreek.com or come to our long range shooting school. And again, thanks for joining us. James Eagleman, Barber Creek Long Range Hunting and Shooting School. Have a great day.
Barber Creek's Long Range Hunting School provides you with a skill set to ethically make shots well beyond 800 yards. With one of America's top long-range instructors, a 1,500-yard rifle range, a heated and air-conditioned classroom and shoot house, we are able to teach year-round. We offer luxurious sleeping accommodations and full-course meals for our clients, making us America's premier long-range hunting school. Contact us at barbercreek.com or 334-845-0000.